don't see it. Welcome to another Light for the Journey. I am Pastor Carl, your host for tonight. I'm in the studio all by myself, running things and going to see how this goes. Concentrate. Yeah, no, this is a MIDI. Lets me switch things around, kiddo, and see I can do that all with the push of a button. Anyhow, we're glad that you're with us, and I need to turn off that title. I need to put on this title, Light for the Journey, and Linda does all this stuff for me. There we go. A look at life through the light of Scripture. And we are going to look at real life stuff tonight. I promise you, it won't be fun. We're going to talk about God, and we're going to talk about taxes a little bit, and then some other things as well. It's going to be a little more of a hodgepodge, and I am counting on those of you who are on to help me out tonight. There's no Linda, there's no Terry. I didn't ask Tommy. I didn't even know he was getting on for sure to run it from afar. Could have thought about doing it, but this is okay. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to send folks to, you did Luke 16 today, huh? Okay. Which, Tommy, tell me what, yeah, you didn't know if you're going to get on either. What was it referring to, Tommy? Well, anyhow, while he's going to tell me that, there is if you're on YouTube and you'd like to join in this chat that you're seeing behind me, then go to that web address down there in the corner, Discover Oak Hills. Go to the Sunday evening, and you'll see this chat window, and you can participate in this. You were asleep. Did you video the service today, Tommy? And how did that go? If so, how did that go? I'll give you a chance. We have about a 7-second delay. We're not in real time. So there's no sermon for me to pester Terry about. So that's why I'm asking you, Tommy. But you were asleep. How did you like it? What would you have changed? What did you learn? Really, 16, 19 through 31. I need to fix that. Let me see, what can I do for you while I do that? Let's see here. I can throw up. Hey, there's a picture of some folks that go to our church, and let me reset my chat wing. Like I said, that should fix it. There we go. All fixed. I just stepped on my cord. Please tell me I have audio. We're here now, just a little bit. Yeah, that's fine, Karen. We still love you. When you say we, I guess you got Rick with you. I hope he and Tommy can behave themselves. But so anyhow, got that fixed. Oh, it's this one that's not fixed. Okay. Audio is good. Okay, great. Well, anyhow, back to it. That's the website where you can be a part of this, and you can ask questions or make comments or pick on Tommy. It's always every Sunday evening is a pick on Tommy day. Just saying. I know we sure miss you, Tommy, when you're not here. But anyhow, so today is April 15th. You like that, huh? You know what April 15th is here in the States, guys? It is that wonderful time when taxes are due. I'm going to send my mine in. Well, actually, my taxes went in electronically, I think Friday. My total tax, yeah, my total tax responsibility was a little over $7,000. Uh, and I don't understand that. To be honest with you, my salary, my cash salary is in the Rochester area. It's actually a low income salary. So you explain that. I don't get it. Um, yeah, it is, Karen. It's a lot. And so I'm scrambling right now. I've got 6,500 or 6,200 or something like that to come up with right now. And so I am scrambling. It shall be interesting tomorrow when I got to put it in the mail. I'm about 2,200 short. I'll find it. God is good, and I know that. So it is a lot, and I hate taxes. I would be surprised if anybody here says, hey, I just love taxes. I don't even think accountants really like taxes. The congressional road trips, is that what I'm paying for? You know what's interesting about this is that I had an individual who actually is a family member who was about a year and a half ago going on and on and on about how wonderful our former president was because they were able to get their teeth fixed, and they got stuff. And I'm not even sure if they were employed, but they probably were. But anyhow, said that the president was paying, these programs were paying for it, and I had to get on social media and share my woes that no, not social media's Uncle Carl is the one paying for it, because this is pretty typical to my taxes. My cash is actually, like I said, it's low. It's actually, it would be the high low income I'd be bracket. And but what really messes with me is a couple things. Is I have a home. I do have a home that I rent. Uh, or any church, that you should pay your taxes is not at all easy. Amen. And we're gonna deal with that actually. I want to deal with that. Jesus paid taxes. Um, but anyhow, in my scenario, because I have a home in Ohio and I rent it out, the IRS in its infinite wisdom says I have to claim the rent that I get as income, but I can't claim the payments that I make. And what really interesting is, for me, this particular year is really a difficult year, um, because my renter stiffed me with the city makes me pay the water utilities, stiffed me with more, about $1,100 in just a water bill. Um, my my house payment is it has with the escrow is about $250 less than what I collect in rent. Okay, so every month I'm paying for the privilege of somebody living in my home. The reason I have it is because when I retire, um, I'll need to move my wife somewhere. They won't let me stay in the parsonage. Go figure. They're going to want it for some other pastor. So I'm kind of stuck in a tough spot, and my taxes then are ridiculous. I have to pay tax. Most people don't know. They think, well, you live in a parsonage. Well, whatever that parsonage would rent out, I have to pay taxes on that. Even though for me it's a benefit, and there's no money that changes hands, so it's not like I can have taxes held out for that. I have to come up with it. Katie, you know this because you do that. Not so much taxes. I'm not sure I follow that, Kate. That they don't want to pay taxes. Yeah, you pay taxes on your mules, Tommy, and it's a borax mule training, right? So anyhow, my taxes, it's just unbelievable, the tax burden that I have, and it seems like there's just not a whole lot of write-off. So when I say it's tax time, probably nobody's going to want to watch this video. To pay, they work under the table or just don't file and cross their fingers. Ew. Okay, which brings up the question: should Christians If we're followers of Jesus, should we pay taxes? And did Jesus pay his taxes? And the Bible talks about that, actually. I'm going to, I didn't talk about the church, but I need to do that. I'm going to go, I'm going to go here. I want to read this to you from here. I've got some other scriptures up, but because I'm by myself tonight, I can't get Linda then to scroll through and call up the other scriptures. So this is in Matthew, the 17th chapter. Render under Caesar. Yes, that's right. When we're going to go there, I have that. Good. You guys are absolutely right. But catch this. I want you to catch this. This is the you'll like this. Not Jesus didn't just have to pay his Roman tax. Okay, there's temple tax. The church taxed. How do you like that? The church tax. We don't have a tax. We do tithe, but they had a temple tax, and you paid a tax, a temple tax. So let me just share this with you. This is 24th verse of Matthew. After Jesus and his disciples arrived in Capernaum, the collectors of the 2 drachma temple tax came to Peter and asked, "Doesn't your teacher pay the temple tax?" Okay. And Jesus replied, yes, he does. And when Peter came into the house, Jesus was the first to speak. "What do you think, Simon?" he asked. "From whom do the kings of the earth collect duty and taxes? From their own children or from others?" Peter answers, "From others." "And then the children are exempt," Jesus said to him. "But so that we may not cause offense, go to the lake and throw out your line. Take the first fish you catch, open its mouth, and you will find a 4 drachma coin. Take it and give it to them for my tax and for yours." So okay, there's Jesus paying his temple tax. He makes a case why he should be exempt. He's the Son of God, and so. But nonetheless, Katie, here we find Jesus setting the example that he's going to pay the temple tax. What do we got here? Tommy can type all kinds of mistakes. Katie can too. The internet is terrible. Okay. Need more gerbils. Got it. All right. Boy, you guys are right on here with me with this tax stuff. I like it. Couldn't do this without you. But here's Jesus. He's paying the temple tax, setting for us an example. Now, that's not the only tax that was paid. They were going to trip up Jesus, and Tommy and Karen and Katie, you guys were, I know you're listening, Tommy, but I'm giving you a hard time. You were all way ahead of me. I'm going to throw that scripture up as soon as I figure out which one of these buttons. There we go. There it is, paying taxes to Caesar. You guys made reference to it. Then the Pharisees went out, get this, and plotted how to entangle him in his words. We're talking about Jesus here. And they said to they sent their disciples to him, along with the Herodians, saying, "Teacher, we know that you are true, and teach the way of God truthfully, and you do not care about anyone's opinion, for you are not swayed by appearances." Boy, aren't they really spreading it. But Jesus was aware of their malice and said, "Why put me to the test, you hypocrites?" But let me back up. "Tell us then, what do you think? Is it lawful to pay taxes to Caesar or not?" And Jesus was aware of their malice, and "Why do you put me to the test, hypocrites? Show me the coin for the tax." And they brought him a denarius. And Jesus said to them, "Whose likeness and inscription is this?" And they said, "Caesar's." And then he said to them, "Therefore render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's." And when they heard it, they marveled, and they left him and went away. There we go. You keep beating me to whatever he's going to say about the topic. So I'm going to shut up. No, don't. No, please don't. And see if he gets to what I'm going to say first. you're going to say, hey, Dad, you are the coolest dad in the world, right? That's what I think you were going to say. Anyhow, I just wanted to cheer you guys up, or at least I hope it cheers you up, to know that, if you're getting a refund, God bless you, good for you. I've got to pay in $7,000. So, uh-oh, what, Tommy? Are you getting a refund, Tommy? Are you guys getting a refund? Did you send in all your estimated taxes like you should have? Like good boys and girls? I'm the weirdest dad in the world. That's not what you were going to say. What changed your mind? Oh, my goodness. I am your father. Oh, yeah. Anyhow, I'm just saying, we get ours in tokens. You do. Awesome. Your taxes come in tokens. Well, it used to be when you retired, you didn't have to pay taxes, but somewhere along the line, I blinked and that got changed, and so now senior citizens who are retired have to file taxes. I don't know where that got changed, but it did, and so it's interesting. I wish they would balance the budget. Okay. Every year of life until Rick quit work, and now we haven't since 2014. I read online that you don't have to pay with Social Security, huh? There are so many that like to argue with us that taxes and our tax system is unconstitutional, and therefore we should not have to pay them. Oh, Tommy, I love you, brother. Actually, Katie, their argument is actually valid when you look at it as far as taxation and representation. They certainly can't do it. There's a lot of things that they've done that actually, I think they went around. They did an end run around some stuff. It's sort of like when President Obama did the health care, what we call Obamacare. It was sin tax. He didn't call it a tax because he couldn't legally do that, and so he changed the terms. What is it? It's a tax. We know that it's a tariff or it's a duty, if you will. Yep. Whether they're whether it's constitutional or not. I don't know. My point is that even Jesus, if you look at the point that I made about the temple tax, Jesus made the argument that he didn't have a constitution, but he said the king's children, are they exempt? And Peter said, of course they are. They don't pay taxes. The taxes are for supporting them. Yeah, Tommy, they do. I wish they would just, work with the leaders and get a balanced budget. They keep doing these spending bills instead of working with our president. I need to go fix that. So let me throw up another picture for you guys. This one is of the church, and I will fix that and get right back with you. I appreciate your indulgence on this. This is the church. Boy, that looks nice. We did not have services here today. We up north, they got 16 inches of snow about an hour north of us in the cities, and we got our fair share, and we had to cancel our services today. So here I am in church tonight on my own, and thought I wanted to do this. But anyhow, let me get this chat back up there. Yes, submitting to the authorities here on earth. Our tax system is broken, and it is indeed broken, Kate. needs some serious fixing, and the most recent changes did not do that. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't submit to the authority and do what we are supposed to do. Oh, I'm here. And when I say this, when I'm saying this, I say this at a dear price. I've just shared with you what my taxes come to. It is no small amount, and yeah, we're going to pay our taxes. And you're absolutely right, Kate. Yep, Kate. Fun times in mid-April. Yeah. Hey guys, just so you know, Terry texted me this afternoon, and he said, "Are you kidding me? You guys, yeah, yeah." He said, "Are you guys kidding me? You guys are closing the church service worship for a few snowflakes in the spring of April?" I had to set him straight and told him that nobody would be here. You know, we could come, but it would just be the praise team. Who would we sing to? I think Jackie might have showed up, and Karen would have showed up because she could do it from her home. But that would be it. So it's cold there, 38 for low. Tommy, you're killing me here, buddy. You're killing me. I see that I have about 7 minutes. What do we got here, Tommy? If we had a fair tax system, then we would be better off. But since the CPA would be out of business. From one another. You think you spelled that wrong, Katie? Okay, ask Mom or Karen. They'll tell you. Nope, had a professional do them, Karen. I got tired of doing them myself. Stopped doing that about 10 years ago, and was quite a headache to administer taxes. There's so much to it. Never owed taxes till I got into ministry. Everybody thinks this is just the best paying job in the world, and pastors have got it made. My first year in it's okay, spelled correctly. There you go, Kate. You got it. Yeah, and getting them right. You don't pay. It's interesting. You pay Social Security tax on a parsonage, and for what the rental value is. You know. Yeah, you get an A for spelling in the spelling bee, Kate. So you have to pay Social Security taxes on it, and so you know that's always fun. You pay Social Security tax on whatever utilities if the church pays the utilities. So how did Jesus pay the taxes? Well, Rick, I actually read here where when Jesus paid his temple tax, he had Peter go fishing. But you know, obviously he didn't do that. You know, he had to pay taxes. He had to pay taxes to the Roman government as well. I would guess, you know, they had when they were doing ministry, they had a treasury and probably did it out of that probably for the disciples too, Rick. It doesn't really tell us. But I will say this about taxes. When Jesus was born, it was all about taxes. Yeah, I just read it in Matthew, the temple tax. Rick, you must have missed it. And he sent it's a 2 drachma tax, temple tax. So he had different kinds of taxes to pay. It's kind of like us. We have federal taxes and we have state and local city taxes. Well, Jesus had more than just the Roman. Would be kind of the equivalent of our federal tax, but he paid them. Tommy's a bad influence on Rick. Really? Hopefully the fish stayed fresh somehow and nobody had to deal with this smelly old fish. The barter system was used a lot. Well, yes, Tommy, actually it was. Sometimes when they paid their taxes, they didn't use coins, even though that sometimes they paid it in grain. We know that. There was debtor prison. We know that. Oh, wow. Top 3, Miss Chihuahua. Whatever. I'm not even sure how to say that, Karen. I think this is, you guys are awesome. This is just going off on its own direction, but it's all right. uh, you know, the dog, Carl. Chihuahua. Okay. Okay. Chihuahua. Hi, Chihuahua. Oh, I got taxes to pay. Hi, Chihuahua. Chihuahuas. Okay, Tommy. Oh, mercy. I don't know how we got on to spelling bees. But anyhow, happy April 15th to you guys. I hope nobody has a birthday on April 15th. How some people get huge refunds and others have to pay in 7,000, but we shouldn't. Yeah, Katie. Just have more kids. That's how that works. But wait till your kids are all out of college and you're paying for college bills and you got no tax deductions. Judy, yeah, today's Judy's Heller's birthday. That's right. I'll have to call her and tell her happy birthday. Tell her I can't give her anything for her birthday because I'm too poor. I think we're eating bologna all week, fried bologna, till the paycheck comes in. Oh, yours is in 5 days, Karen. You're gonna be 29, right? Officially. Okay, a geezer. Well, you know what? I got a minute and a half. Now, Katie, it's not her birthday. I got a minute and a half. Let me put in a plug for the church, and we've got some. Oh, you guys can't see this, but this is our bulletin. It's not even folded. You can kind of see it now. The lights reflect off of it, but there it is. Some announcements for it too. First of all, if you're looking for a church, our address is 410 28th Street. Let me see if I can find that. There we go. That's where you'll find us. That's where we're located. The driveways are plowed, but we still didn't hold church. And our services are at 10:30. We would love to have you join with us. It's an awesome time. You tend to only chat on Sundays. Okay. Anyhow, in our bulletin, there's a couple things. Ladies are meeting this week. Or actually this Saturday, April 21st, here at the church. And also the Fifth Sunday Fellowship Dinner is coming up April 29th. Wanted to share that with you. We didn't do communion. I don't know if I'll do it next week or not for those of you who join us online. No, you're fine. Anyhow, I'm gonna hit the pause button here, and we'll go into the post show. Thanks for joining us tonight, and God bless you. If you have taxes, Jesus would have you pay them. Be honest and be people of integrity. We will follow our Master's path, and Jesus paid taxes. Just saying.